Life is a storm. You'll bask in sunlight one moment and then be shattered on the rocks the next. But what you do when that storm comes is what makes you a man and what makes you who you are. You know, but I remember all the different times that the game of football has taught me not to give up. The game has taught me not to give up, and the game has taught me all the different things that it can do for me. My last game at Notre Dame was against Boston College. I was ready for my moment. Will you be? Anything that you want is right in front of you. You just gotta be willing to transform yourself. You just gotta be willing to change every single day.
We've been watching Jason since he's been here. Our seats are right down in that lower corner right there, 6th row. So every time they come out, we're right there cheering them on.
You see Isaiah going to the draft this year?
Yeah. Isaiah, Lewis,
I wonder if he's like the first person from Massachusetts to win it, the national championship.
Well, you mean like an MVP?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. I can't seem to recall anyone else, so I would say yes, he's definitely the first. Right behind us on this side right here, that's the student section. Yeah.
Yeah, this is sick. You see Christian and Ish over there?
Yeah, they committed here.
That's crazy. I want to be like that one day. Like commit to BC or another big school. It's crazy.
The spring game, I felt was important because, you know, you're in the stands, you're watching the game, but after the game, you actually get an opportunity to go on the field, meet the players, meet the coaches, see the surrounding areas, and all it takes is one coach to recognize a player or notice a player, and, you know, I was really hoping that, you know, by meeting those coaches that those kids would have that opportunity.
Going to the BC game for me was like crazy because I've never been to like a college. I've never seen what the field looks like. I've never been to like a live action game. So being on the field too, like being on that turf, like it was crazy because I could imagine myself there one day.
The purpose for mentoring for Lucas would be because I'm a single mom and I have been for a long time, and that's always been a deficit in my house. So I just felt like he always had to work extra hard. He wasn't coach's son. That plays a huge piece in youth sports. And he always had to do that extra mile, the extra workout, work harder, hit the ball harder. If it was baseball, do more laps.
Yeah, like that's what they said. Like I have a big personality, and I'm not all these other kids. I'm different. They said I'm different. I'm like half Hispanic, so like I'm different than them. And and my culture is different, so I show them my culture and they like it. My friend was over here yesterday and he was like, yo, what's the Spanish music you listen to? I showed him all of my Spanish music and he absolutely loved it. And my dad, he came from Mexico, this place called Jalisco, shout out El Refugio. And he was there until he was about 15, came to America when he was 16.
So I think Lucas is in a position where his cultural makeup is really important to him. You know, heritage is really important to me too, like the Italian part. And I think I don't know if you know this, but I'm 3rd generation, so I am the 1st generation to go to college. And like Lucas's father just came here, so Lucas is really the 1st generation on that side to really get an education, and most of his cousins have all followed through, which is a really exciting thing.
This road is disgusting though.
Maybe if you stop breaking up with your girlfriend so much.
Man,
maybe you can date Michael's girl.
Michael's?
His sister. You think you didn't tell me about that?
Really?
Yeah, you think you didn't tell me about that?
What do you mean? Seekonk is a really hidden town in the state of Massachusetts. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody knows everybody. So it's like, oh, I know that people. I know those people too. So it's like crazy.
A lot of people don't expect small towns to be recognized for football, but there's always some few players or people from different parts that you would not expect to be that high of a level, that high of a skill level.
A lot for us. Excuse me. No, sir. Get down. No, ma'am. You're not eating pizza.
Eat out of his bowl.
I know he's eating out of his bowl. He thinks he's going to sit on the table and eat pizza with us. He's wrong. So I had shared Bryson Hudson's stories with a few moms, and currently, as of right now, we have 4 or 5 athletes coming from Seekonk, amazing athletes, and I'm excited to see them succeed, have fun. My boys are going to have some friends play with them. Seekonk is a very small football community, so to have 3 incoming freshmen play for the 14U and 2 for the 12U, that's exciting.
Talking to other people, I don't really like talking to other people when I play. So when I play, I'm all serious. I'll show someone how to do something, or if they need help doing something, and I'll call something out if they're changing techniques. But I don't really talk to them on the line unless I have to.
BEANTOWN brought him out of his shell. It showed Bryce you can go to the next level. While he was playing at BEANTOWN, game 1, a coach came up to him and gave him some guidance. He was coachable and implemented that. And then the opportunities that follow were the sky was the limits. So I'm so excited that because he stepped out of his comfort zone and he did BEANTOWN Classic, you know, to be seen, to have a chance to play for another team at a higher caliber of level, and then the opportunities that followed for him was phenomenal.
Well, what do you like about football?
I like it how I can get through the games having fun, and it helped me get through the school year and stuff, and like it's mostly almost like my therapy and stuff. Like I usually get frustrated real fast, so it helps during after school, go to practice and stuff.
It's funny in a way because I know how he acts on the field. So if someone's constantly hitting someone in the head with their own helmet, he'll step in the way of it. And sometimes he'll do a little too much on the field and get in other people's ways, starting stuff you shouldn't be starting.
For Hudson, it humbled Hudson. So Hudson's this great football player, but his bad attitude came out on the field. He argued with the referee, he was disrespectful, and he ended up learning a very good lesson. You cannot behave that way on the field. And from there, Hudson grew as a football player, and it was an interesting contrast for both boys. So both boys were successful afterwards. Hudson did not make Mass Elite, Bryce did. But Hudson had a good humbling lesson. Now Hudson's drive, whether he makes Mass Elite's team or not for the 8th grade team, he still pushed forward and it made it a goal. And it all because we walked into BEANTOWN.
I'm from Worcester, Mass, so like an hour out the city. For me, I've been playing football since, I want to say like 8, 7. And like, it's always been a dream for me, like Division 1. Like, I got to play D1 football. Like, I'm like, the work I put in, like, there's no reason why I can't do that. And like, actually be successful at this level. When I got the like call up, like, yep, like, this is the day you report. This is the day, like, coming here, packing all my stuff. We picked up my uncle from New York, drive all the way to here. And then like touching base and like my first day, like coaches being like, oh, you must be Cyrus Bonsu. This is where you're supposed to be. This is where you're gonna pack. Oh, nice to meet you, Mrs. Bonsu. Like, walking in at the time, like being super small and shy, and I walk into a full running back room with like seniors, juniors, and I'm just like, hi, I'm Cyrus. And then like sitting down and then getting this huge, thick playbook like right there, and I'm like, oh, you have to learn this by tomorrow. I'm like, oh wow, this is Division I football. And then yeah, so this is the locker room. Like all the guys be here, and it's 110 guys or something like that. But like everybody knows everybody. So yeah, we're all super cool with each other. And then you might see a bunch of electric scooters around. Like that's how we get around campus. So all right, let's see if we can do this one. Let's get some secret access. Get some secret access. So this is the training room. All right. So yeah, this is where we come. Like injury guys come in a little earlier in the morning. Yeah, like I would come in, you get here taped, ankle tape, anything like that. You know, physical therapy, basically. This is, think about, this is it. And this is where our tubs are, hot tub. Everybody always want to be in the hot tub, and then the cold tub. So yeah, this is it. Recruiting process in Mass specifically is not the same recruiting process in every other state. I know some schools have spring football. Massachusetts, we don't have that. I know some schools have actual like guys designated to like recruit for you. Most public schools in Mass don't have that. Like you're your own recruiter. The official housing of all summer athletes. I think the basketball team stays here too in the summer. So you play your ping pong, nice AC, you chill here. And then usually like after our summer practices, like when fall camp starts, that table will have a bunch of like Gatorade, Powerade, pickles, cause they just killed us. So like this is how you like, yeah, cause like it helps cramping or something. And then bananas, like it has a bunch of stuff here. And then trainers will have ice to ice you up. And then you walk up there, you go to sleep, wake up, and then repeat the same thing. So yeah, let's move over here. One coach told me, if you're good, they'll find you. I think that's true to an extent, but I think the most important thing is like exposure. Like the more you can put yourself out there, that's all it really takes. It really takes that one. Like everybody knows, it just takes that one. It takes that one offer to like blow up. It takes that one coach to, you know, give you an official visit to blow up.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Coach. There you go. There you go. All right, football, we're up and running already. So just to introduce, I'd like to welcome you to Malden Catholic. Okay, and I know you guys have been here a little bit and, you know, using the fields and stuff, but I'm Coach Gaff. I'm the varsity football coach.
I really became close with Brian. He's always helped me. He's always called my mom and like wanted me to like do all these things because he knows he believes in me. And he talked to these coaches at Malden Catholic which set me up to go there now and to put me on like the scholarship there.
But you know, for me, getting kids an opportunity to possibly go to a D1 college, D2 college. I'd like to probably get one to a HBCU college, but helping them get to, you know, that part of their life, and then, you know, come back and share once again their journey and stuff like that. I think that's what I see in Lucas. Lucas will definitely be that type of player that says, hey coach, what you got going on? I want to come over and talk to the players. So that's what I see in Lucas.
So at Malden Catholic, we open up a lot of doors to get into colleges. We get colleges that come here. We don't have to call them, and they just come here and they recruit here. We had 32, you know, college football players come in, coaches come in here within 3 weeks recruiting.
New England has probably the best private schools in the country, but people don't see that because all they see is better sports happen down south.
The importance of private schools wasn't as important to me as I thought, just because I'm a public educator, and I really didn't understand the dynamics around sports in private schools, because I know he'll get a good education no matter what, even if it was in a public school, whatever situation he was in. But when he was exposed to the different football camps, I was leaning more towards a private school for him. I didn't know how, and I didn't know how we could do it. Financially especially, that was my #1 concern, but also like navigate the process, and I was really confused about it.
Oh, so you're the scene coach, so we got to see you after, right? You're going to take the truck up? You're going to take the truck up to here?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe.
What grade you in?
I'm only in 8th grade.
8th grade?
I'm going into 8th grade.
You're going into 8th grade?
Yeah.
Holy cow, he's only going to the 8th grade for Seaconk. Woo, we'll take him. Anybody want to take a tour? We'll walk over now.
And so when I saw Lucas for the first time when we went on the tour, I was just amazed at
Behind here are the music rooms.
the calmness in him. And he was like, His eyes popped out. There were people of color. There were people that were diverse. There were other students saying hi to him that he knew from different camps and football experiences.
Come on. All right. Oh.
So, but I'll talk to you outside.
Right.
Long ride for CCOM, but we make it happen, all right? You're welcome, my pleasure, all right? What's your name?
Relly.
Relly, where you from?
With us with A and B, we like to do that with the coaches first. Make sure that we surround ourselves with good coaches. By surrounding ourselves with good coaches, those coaches can understand what it is that Coach Brandon and I want to do, or how we want to be involved with players and stuff in their lives and stuff like that.
When you're a coach or a teacher or like really any type of like position of like learning and mentorship, I would say like the impact you can have on a kid's life is bigger than you think. I think about this all the time. I wouldn't be here like the student athlete I am today, not just the athlete, without so many teachers.
All right, so first we just wanted to say thanks for coming out to the BEANTOWN Classic. Unfortunately, Brian's a little hurt with his back right now, so I'm going to do the talking first. But so for tomorrow, I just wanted to go over a couple of things in terms of practice.
So this year at BEANTOWN was definitely different for me, especially being I was 35 weeks pregnant at the time. But before Brian and I, we've been trying to get pregnant for 5 years. So now I'm getting emotional.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
So it was hard for me because I would get really close to these kids. You love them all like they're your own, but you can't take them all home. And now this year, we're blessed because we're lucky enough to get pregnant. And I think it's definitely more exciting because it's a picture of what our future is going to be versus what we wish it would be.
This came out of nowhere. I was literally just in school and seeing him post something. I was like, oh, it's kind of like FBU. Oh, he's starting up his whole new league now. Even my friends is talking about it. Like, oh, your dad's starting a league. I was like, yeah, it's kind of fire. He's going to pass it down to me when he get older. So I'm going to definitely be on that.
You know, these opportunities were out there when my son Darius played football, but I didn't take advantage at, looking into it because I was that parent that knew nothing about it. I didn't have anyone to say, hey, this is going to be a good opportunity.
I feel like with him, when it comes to like football, it's kind of what I'm trying to like grow into, just seeing the kids grow up into like NFL stars, college football stars, just being able to put them in that right position and helping them. I feel like that's like one of the main things he's focused on. He's always worried about the community. He's always worrying about the kids in the sports. He's worked at multiple different cities trying to have kids come in. And this event is pretty much like the top of it, having all the kids coming from different states, being able to do what they do, showcase their talent.
Good job.
Yeah.
Go!
Go! I'm gonna buy that one and that one. All of it. I need it all.
Okay.
Do you want it though? Where do I begin? I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in the wind. I don't want it all. Heard this game, I had to switch up the accounts. Gotta close my account. It's all in, I can have it coming out. And through the struggle, I can see another drought. Yeah, it's not a purse, it's a merch. 6 figures was a goal, now it's 9 or a hearse. Put it work. Used to pull up, not swerve. No time for the snakes, trying to put them in the dirt. That's word. I gotta get it, it's in my DNA. You only see the highlights, don't know what it takes. Last year stressing, got no sleep. Now I'm right between the courts, out of nosebleeds. Yeah, I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Think of plus, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in the wind.
Thanks, Coach. Thank you.
You could have threw a little further than that. That was terrible.
I'm not
you a spiral.
It was a duck. It was a duck.
That was a good pick.
It was a duck.
For blocking, man, because we need some blocking up front. And y'all, listen,
We need blocking on the outside. Our lead running backs need to get out and block. That's what it is.
Listen to me.
Hey, you're doing a great job. I'm just holding on to you because I'm falling apart a little. My back is hurting. But when you was out there playing that safety, that was a great job because that's what we need to do. Wider! You gotta widen him out. They got 3 running backs over there. No, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, buddy. I didn't see you there. Coach, they got 3 running backs where Brantley is. He needs to line up wider. I gotta see.
Good pressure.
I got 2 minutes. A few weeks before the event, I got hurt at work. I'm not here to boost anyone's egos. I want to see these kids win. That's all I care about. That's all I want to see is the kids win. So the game was going. It was a pretty tight game. It was going back and forth. And then finally, Team UMass scored. The score is 6-0. And now, like, that inner coach in me said, you know what? I'm just going to have to deal with the pain. Bentley, line up wide. Line up wide. Wide, Bentley. Run it again! Come on, outside, get up there! I run these kind of plays, ref. These fools don't know how to do this. What I tell you, I do this. I do this for a living. I do this for a living. I do this for a living. That's what I do. That's what I do. Hey, Steve, Steve, go call the damn play. I can't move no more. God. I'm so much pain right now, Cheney. Nah, I'm good. I gotta make it myself. Ooh. Yeah. Oh yeah, I need big man. Is he here?
Yeah.
He's got his jerseys and stuff.
I don't know what jerseys to give him.
All right, he's using the UMass. Yeah.
UMass.
Yeah.
Black or white?
Yeah. Tell Jordan.
Tell your girl,
Listen,
your wife, UMass.
Yeah. Tell Jordan, right? He might be the young one, right? But I'm the OG on this motherfucker. I do it all the time.
He's really good with just letting you know what you need to know, and that's what I really love about him.
Thank you.
There you go.
I told him he better get up. His wife's gonna come. Right now, you want to do one of those drinks? Me. I can make you a very
John, how much time left? Tell him to call timeout, John. John, tell him to call timeout. Tell him to call timeout. Tell him to call timeout. Call timeout. That's too late. It's too late. It's too late. Patrick, he's coming at you. Hey, Coach, Trent, you better call your son right now, because they're coming this way. Call him now. Call him now. What'd I just tell you? What'd I just tell you? What'd I tell you? Come on, man. I do this all the time. I know. Hey, tell me what's the pass. Pass! I need Patrick on the other side. Oh, that's the game. That's the game. That's the game. Woo! Woo. All right, that was a good one. That was a good one. That one right there. Yes. I know. I'm going. For me, that's the joy. That's the joy of it. I mean, if they would have lost, that's fine. You know, everyone, you win some, you lose some type games. But that was a game where you can't let them lose 6-0 without giving that extra effort as a coach yourself. So.
Okay, so where are you right now? Okay, so when you pull into the main entrance, you're gonna follow, you'll see the church.
Taylor is like the part no one sees, I feel like, if that's a good way to put it. Like, no one sees the work she's putting in. She's doing as much work as my dad, and no one probably doesn't even know who she is. So she's definitely a big part of the whole event, and things probably wouldn't get done like as smoothly without her.
Look at me, across the field. No, look at me, across the field. Look at me, on the end. 2 guys on the field, are they coaches? Blue shirt and red shirt.
Even with the back injury for myself, you know, everyone says Coach Brian did a great job. You know, he ran the event, and you know, it's the best event that they've ever been to. And the secret is, I really didn't do much. My wife did. did it all. If it wasn't for her, especially the situation with me on my back, and I don't think we would have been able to pull off a good event the way that we did.
So I think the best way to describe College Series so everybody could understand is like, think of Halloween. When you are a kid, what do you want to do for Halloween? You want to dress up like your favorite character, right? So putting these kids in a college series, they're putting on the costume of a college player. They're playing in a college game. It's showing them like, hey, I can go to college someday. Hey, I could probably play football in college someday.
Plus, having a relationship with some of the players at BC, like Jason Maitre, Zay Flowers, Brandon Summers, talk with our younger players, let them know how important it is to do good in school. So that's why it was important for us to be at BC this year.
I got the football bag with no footballs.
There's 2 footballs in the truck under the chair. Unlock the truck.
I'm gonna just pretend my back hurts too. He's getting away with everything. What's up, dog? How you doing?
Brandon's role at every event has always been interacting with the kids, having fun. So I think the kids really enjoy Brandon because Coach Brandon is like the jokester, and we need that because you can't always be serious. We need someone that's a lot more laid back than I am, and he's the fun part of A&B.
Are you playing? Why don't you buckle up, bro? Huh? It's all right, buckle your chin strap and act like you're ready to go. Maybe they'll forget you were late. Tuck your shirt in too, maybe they'll forget.
See the heads? You can see the tail. What's going to be your call, Captain? Tails, we're going to read it off the ground, Captain, all right?
Let's go!
Yo, twins!
Keep! Come on, you all right? No palms up. You good. Just keep playing. It ain't gonna be perfect. Come on, let's go. It ain't gonna be perfect. Oh, y'all just gotta protect for about 3-4 seconds. That's it. Come on, protect. Let's go. To learn, make mistakes, not do the same thing twice. Keep working. Great job, guys. All the little efforts and all the little things it takes every single day to be at the very top. I'm telling you, I was in the locker room with Tom Brady. I was in the locker room with Jalen Ramsey. I've been in the locker room with Gronk, Julian Edelman, all the best players in the NFL. I've seen them and I play with them and I know what it takes. Like I tell you, there's no magic pill, there's no secret sauce, there's only hard work and great effort. Anything that you want is right in front of you. You just got to be willing to transform yourself. You just got to be willing to change every single day. All right, appreciate you guys, man. That's it for me.
I'm so driven because I want to do more for my family, and my family has gone through so much things, and no one's like really been like this successful guy making like these big money and like this well-known guy. And my culture, like Spanish people or Mexican people, they're not known for like football, and I want to be like the biggest like football like person that comes from a Mexican background. I want it to be known, and that's why I'm so driven. So when I work out, I think about my family, I think about my culture, I think about me.
Lucas, he's just taken everything to the next level. I really think he wants to play D1 college football, and he knows what he has to do to get there. I am going to do whatever I can to make sure he can succeed because he wants to. He has that desire. As a single mom, I just wanted to make sure that he had the same opportunity as everybody else, and not because he knows somebody, and not because he has the money, and not because he's, you know, a different color or whatever, but just because he has it.
My hope for BEANTOWN is it continues from years to come. I hope it's a blessing to all the other kids who have a chance to come play. I hope it continues to bring the Northeast together. It brings the country together. I'll tell you, I let both Brian and Brandon know I am going to be your biggest supporter behind the scenes. Even when my boys are, what can I do? Do you need me to clean up? Do you need me to set up? I can go work a stand, work at concessions. I'm here. I'm with you. It's important to support them, support their vision, because if we don't get enough moms to support their visions, and parents in general, then it's an opportunity. You never know what child's next to come through the tournament. But I'm excited to see them be successful. And then for my boys, I want well-rounded adults. I just want them to live life and have fun, and I want them to have better opportunities than I had, and I just want them to be successful. That's my ultimate goal. Brian, you stuck with me. By the way, you stuck with Mama Cooney for a very, very long time. God bless that man.
So what people can, you know, expect from A&B in the future is for us to continue to be mentors for youth football players and get them opportunities.
Going to an event like the BEANTOWN Classic or being a part of a all-star league that we run is giving them the tools to say, hey, I can be something a little bit more than what I thought it could be yesterday.
Driving down the road that I grew up on once again. It's when I pass your door, the memories come back again. Pictures of us floating back just like a wave. Makes me wonder what happened, what you're up to today. Remember when we stole your mother's car, we drove for days. Teenagers with too many feelings and rage. We were higher than the ceiling, middle fingers to the sky. I remember thinking if I only could stop the time. Way back when we didn't care what they said.